I'm a hot mess. Hot, no. Okay, what? Go away, stupid thing. Sorry, everyone. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties here. I'm trying to learn how to. There we are. Anyway, Mary, meet everybody. It's Raven here. Decided not to do a regular video. Decided to do just a live video because it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to get a video up on the channel. Oh, there's a smudge on my camera, on my freaking glasses. Don't mind the fact that I did not draw my eyebrows on today. I'm being very lazy today. This is my only day off of work for the week, so. Alright, so carrying on. This is an update of what's going on in my life. And whatnot. So first I want to give clear explanations to why I didn't make videos for a while, because I just really kind of wanted to withdraw from too much social media interaction with sharing my spirituality and my path too much for a while, because mostly because like I can't even talk today. I'm waiting for my caffeine to kick in. Mostly because my entire path was changing. I'm starting to feel more wanting to be more private about certain parts of my practice, because I don't want to talk about everything anymore. So I don't want to share too much of my stuff, just general knowledge, not too much of my personal experiences that much, if that makes sense. See, this is like one of my biggest issues, and I hate this, having Aquarius rising, fucking Mercury, Gemini Mercury, my brain never works properly. Like, I know what I want to say, but when I go to say it, it just sounds like blah, 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 blah. I just go on a huge ass rant. I can never get words out of my freaking mouth properly. That sounds... But yeah, so... See what I mean? I can't even speak. I can't speak at all. So anyway, continuing on, I will be doing... videos like once or twice a week. I'm not going to be busting them out like crazy. I don't want to burn myself out immediately, because I do work like 5 or 6 days a week, so don't really have the energy. But anyway, besides my wanting to be private, not wanting to share too much, it was also to a burnout, as I am jumble-minded a lot. My brain doesn't want to fucking work with me properly sometimes, so it's like, nah. I get too overwhelmed too easily, and then I can't make a video. I sit down, I sit there and make a video like 7 or 8 times. I'm like, no, I don't like this. Didn't like the way I said that. Didn't like the way I look in that video. I'm like, oh, hey, Rowan. Hey, Sexy, how you doing? Even with like my social interactions with friends and family, I can't speak properly some damn times because my fucking brain's going haywire. If that makes sense. My brain is always... Hey, thank you. I know, I love it. It's supposed to be a lighter pink, but it'll fade eventually and go down. So, like, even right now, my freaking words are getting jumbled. I'm good, just sitting back, relaxing on my day off of work, finally. So, but like I was saying, I will be doing 1 to 2 videos a week, trying to get back into the groove of it, etc. And what else? As I stated before in the video, I don't practice Wicca anymore. That I dropped about a year or 2 ago. I practice Hecatean witchcraft, or an eclectic version of my own version of Hecatean witchcraft, which is witchcraft mostly centering around Hecate, or Hecate. So a lot of the stuff I do is around Hecate. Most Hecate witches are Reconstructionists or Hellenic Reconstructionists. I don't consider myself a reconstruct. Martha Weekend, chilling, drinking. Gonna grab a smoke since you are making me crave one. Haha. Ha, I know, I'm sorry. I've been trying to, what? What did that one comment just say? J.I. What the fuck? I sent angels to wage wars offensively to against all the Satan worshippers and all the demos continuously mercilessly. And okay, you do that. Foreigner Israelite. So I'm guessing too that you're pro-Israel right now too, right? Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Anyway, I'll get to that topic another time. Like I was saying, Hecate witchcraft. Don't really consider myself to be a Reconstructionist. Of course, I believe in keeping historical ancient practices alive, like remembering them. But I do practice ancient mixed with modern practices, if that makes any sense. Yeah, I know. I can't believe that Jess literally send angels to wage wars offensively against all this. Why do you people come on to witchcraft channels and do that crap? You're not doing anything. You look stupid. And how the hell are you on my live feed anyway? I remember the last few times I've been doing live videos, I've had people like that come onto my channel. The last time was a damn Trump supporter. You can go away. I don't really care about your angels and your God. I don't care. Have a nice day. Anyway, I'm a Hecatean witchcraft, or Hecate. I am now a Hecatean witch. I just turned 28 as of May 19th of this year. So yay, my first Saturn return's coming up soon. It'll specifically be, I did my calculations, it'll be March of 2022 is when I'm going to be turning, or my first Saturn return will be happening. Yay. Thank you. But anyway, damn, that comment. Try not to keep laughing. Anyway, see, I hate this. I hate my brain just go. I know exactly what I want to say, but it doesn't come out. My brain just goes to a different direction. It's like, hey, I know you want to say this, but no, we're gonna go this way. Even when I'm in the middle of a conversation with someone, I can change the subject every 2 seconds. I'm like, God damn. Why? Fucking Aquarius rising, that's why. But anyway, so Hecatean witch. A lot of my path has been changing a lot. I've been like, damn, I'm learning a lot of new things. A lot of new shit that I never thought of before, etc. The older I'm getting, the more experiences I'm getting, etc. The more knowledge. Like example, right now, I am not... When I was a new witch, I was so obsessed with doing everything the correct way, followed by the book, making it look aesthetically pleasing. Now I don't give a shit anymore. As I'm getting older, if I see a spell and it says I need this herb, that herb, I'm like, it's gonna get whatever fucking herb I have in my cabinet. Because I know I can make it work. Do I sometimes do it full-blown, aesthetically pleasing, elaborate ritual? Yes, but not all the time. Because I don't have energy for it all the time. I'm always at work. But as you get older, you'll realize that down the road. You're like, throw that in there, we're done. And as in my life right now, I was leaning towards Hellenic polytheism or Hellenismos, but I looked into it, researched it. I asked people who practice it more things about it. I'm like, I don't click with it all the way. I don't collect, click all the way with Hellenismos. So I don't practice it all the way. I of course adapted some of its teachings and practices into my Hecatean witchcraft because I do work with Hellenic deities. So it's to show respect and homage to Hecate and Persephone, Hades, and Aphrodite are the ones I work with, etc. That makes sense. Respectfully. I always ask first if what I'm doing is disrespectful, and if it is, I stop doing that, etc. Can't even think. So, upcoming few weeks, I'm redoing all my herb videos, redoing all my crystal videos, I'm redoing everything because I was watching a lot of my older videos and I'm like, no, that was a choice. That was a choice. And especially a lot of the herb videos, some of them I actually got attacked on my herb videos because I was disclaiming medical uses for it, which I will say for the new herb videos, I will not be giving any medical advice or any medical information toward with the herbs. It's just the magical and spiritual properties, because I am not a doctor. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm not a trained herbalist. Yes, I study that stuff, but I'm not trained in that. I'm not qualified to give medical advice. So, and the herbs I'll be doing, like last time I was just doing the most random herbs I can find. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to be straight up going towards the herbs, resins, and roots and stuff that hold on, that I am familiar with, that I have used daily in my craft, so etc. Most of it will of course be things based around and centered around Hikati. So I can't even speak right now. So that's pretty much that. And two, this is another thing. So besides the videos uploading, all the stuff I'm going to be doing, I don't think I came out on here clearly or at all. I am non-binary, which non-binary means you don't. It's an individual who doesn't specifically identify or fit in with the. Can I even speak today? The gender binary. A non-binary person can be either agender, they can be outside the gender spectrum, or they can feel they are both. I feel personally that I am both gendered. I have two genders, but I don't use the term two-spirit because that's specific to an indigenous tribe, so I do not use that term. So I do say non-binary. My pronouns are they and them. My legal name will be Raven pretty soon. I've just put it off for a while because it's expensive and it's a long, annoying ass process to get it done. You have to pay like $200 to petition the courts. Then you have to go to court to prove that you're not trying to do something illegal, like you're not trying to escape the country when you did something illegal, blah, blah, blah. Then you have to go change your ID, your birth certificate, social security card, your bank information, bill information, work information. It's a huge process. And then once you do petition the courts and they approve of it, you have to have your name. They put it in the paper and it stays there for 30 days for anyone to petition against it. And I won't be pissed if someone petitions against my name change. I personally went with the name Raven because one, it's my witchcraft name, and two, it's been a nickname that I've had since I was in middle school, high school. So it always vibed with me, and Raven's a gender neutral name. My birth name, which I don't even say it anymore, it's my dead name. I fucking despise that name. I don't care for it, I hate it. So that's why I chose Raven. It's gender neutral. Even though, yes, I know it's like every freaking goth or witch has a name Raven, but I don't care. It's something I really like. And it vibes with me. And it feels right when said on the tongue. When I say Raven, or someone else calls me Raven and puts a smile on my face, it makes me happy. So that's that. So I'm non-binary. Like I said, my pronouns are they, them. And two, another thing, a lot of people, how to put it, like, non-binary people do not owe anyone a certain amount of femininity, a certain amount of masculinity. We don't owe people androgyny. I dress and feel the way I feel that day. Sometimes I feel very feminine. Sometimes I feel very masculine. Like right now, I'm feeling a blend of both. So I have facial hair, pink hair, nails, even though those things don't have genders, but you get the point. It's just my expression. And no, I don't want to do any body modifications such as breast augmentation, hormones. I don't want to do that. That's not me. I'm putting the cigarette out. Putting the cigarette out. And then coming up on June 4th, I'm getting the rest of this neck piece finally finished. Thank the gods. I've done like 4 sessions with this piece. What do we get? I'll make them say we pronounce you husband and Raven. Aw, thank you. Thank you. God damn it, I got me all fluttered and making me blush. But anyway. Fuck, what was I gonna say? You make me blush, Rowan. I can't remember because Rowan's got me all flustered. Shit, I can't remember what I was gonna say now. Oh yeah, get the tattoo finished. Like I said, I had 4 sessions done. This is by far, this was the most painful tattoo I've ever had done. It was worth it though. The only thing that needs to be finished is this side needs to be raised up more. This one needs to be shaded in more. Because the last session, we did it for 2 hours on this side. This side was done for 2 hours. And for some reason, my skin was like swelling really freaking bad. So we had to stop the session. Or otherwise, my skin won't take the ink. It'll reject it, etc. Oh, hold on, wait. Stupid thing. I hope this isn't an ignorant request. As non-binary, no, it's not a rude question. I don't date males and females. I date males. I'm homosexual. I think, because the non-binary, it's still kind of a new concept to me myself, and it took me a while to come to terms with it. Because I'm not going to lie, I was ignorant first towards non-binary. I was really extremely ignorant towards it. I thought it was dumb at first, but it made sense to me when I said I am non-binary. It just clicked with me. I personally identify as gay. I'm gay. I like men. I like women. You're welcome. I like women. I can have feelings for a female. I can fall in love with a female. I just don't have sexual attraction towards females, if that makes sense. I might have a little bit of attraction to females, a little bit, because sexuality is fluid. If that makes any sense. What else was I gonna say? Fuck. It's just one of those days. It's rainy and cloudy outside. I'm tired. I finally got to freaking sleep in. I slept in until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. Thank you, Hekati, because I needed sleep. The weird thing is I have not dated somebody since I've come out as non-binary. That's just weird. But that's because, like, let me tell you though, I get hit on a lot. I have people asking me out on dates, etc., etc. I say hell no. Each time. Most of the time, it's because it takes a lot to impress me. What I mean, I'm not trying to act like a high-class, bougie bitch. I just know my worth. It took me years to know my worth. It took me years to know exactly what I want, and I won't settle for less, if that makes any sense. I personally cannot date someone who is, in my opinion, ignorant, dumb. I like intelligence. It's a huge turn on for me is when someone has a brain, if that makes sense. Like, I want to have good, long, intelligent conversations about spirituality, about life, etc. And two, they have to be interested in political things. They have to be proactive in that. I tried going on dates a few times with people who are not, how to put it, not spiritual in any sense. They don't care about religion. They don't care about spirituality and witchcraft or tarot. And I will lose interest in them in 2.5. I will get bored. Like, that sounds really messed up to say that, but I will fall asleep on the date if you don't want to talk about spiritual stuff, you don't want to talk about astrology, etc. Like, some of the dudes I went on a date with, all they talked about are fucking football. Football, their trucks, or their cars. I'm like, you got the wrong one. You got the wrong one. I'm not into that crap. Even as a child, when I was in school, if something doesn't interest me, I will not pay attention. My brain shuts off. It has to catch my eye. Well, anything else to say, Imhotep? You got Mr. Imhotep over here shaking his freaking collar. Imhotep. Yeah. His nickname, I gave him the nickname Tinkerbell because of his collar. Hi, babies. He's like, Mom, give me attention. He is such an attention whore. Ain't that right, Imhotep? Kitty is. Imhotep's like, excuse you? And he's like, bitch, give me attention. He's such an attention whore. So was his brother Amon-Ra, which he's over there. Come here, Amon-Ra. Not you, Imhotep. Nah, he's not gonna come over here. He's like, nah, I don't feel like it, Mom, I'm lazy. Now scoot, scoot. I don't want to smoke too close to you, baby. Go on, scoot, scoot. But anyway, like I said, I will be getting more proactive into the channel again. Trying to... Oh, he's so beautiful, though. Vain kitty pretty. You know, he is. He is vain. Ain't that right, Imhotep? Ain't that right, babies? No, I'm going to smoke a cig in a second. I don't want you close to me when I'm smoking a ciggy cig. You gotta get your booty down. He is like he is an attention whore. Anybody that comes in the house, he'll run right up to them and like want attention immediately. Like, see, if you even accidentally mention his name, he'll run right up to you. He's like, hey, give me attention. And he has this habit of, no, down, babies. Careful. He has this tendency to scratch the shit out of me by accident. I'm trying not to get claw marks all over me before I get my tattoo finished. No, get your booty down. Get your booty down. And he likes to, like, cuddle on your neck. I don't know why he does it. He does this weird thing with his nose on your neck. He's obsessed with necks. Me and my roommates have a theory that he was a vampire in his past life or something. Okay, Tinkerbell, come on. Babies, I'm trying to smoke a seed. Yep. He's hard-headed. No, get down, babies. Get down. No. He's like, Mom. Like, Mom, pay attention to me. He's actually a Libra. Surprisingly, he's a Libra. No. Maybe, but he's actually got a Libra sun. He has a Libra sun, probably a Capricorn rising. I don't have his birth time or anything like that. So, I don't have his exact birthday. I just have an estimate of his birthday because two of my friends found him on the side of a building. Someone abandoned him, so they were looking for a home. It was Draco and Kyle had found him on the side of Big Lots. Some asshole abandoned him. Dicks. And they were trying to find a home for him. I seen him and I'm like, oh, he's mine. Yes, I'm astrology witch hardcore. I don't have the exact dates. I just have a guesstimate based on how old he was when we found him. So he's a Libra. And I guess try to research based on his personality. He's a Libra. My cat Amon Ra is an Aries. Him, I have a very close estimate of his birth. He's a freaking Aries. Amon Ra will he wants you to pet him, but when you pet Amon Ra, he'll fucking swat at you after a couple seconds. Yes, you are gonna have to send me your chart, but I know that you're a Capricorn. How you doing? Capricorn and Taurus are very good. What? Can I help you? He's like, yes, Libras are, I haven't dated Libras before. I've, how do you put it? PG. I've, just say gone on dates with Libras before. They're very, needy. Very needy, very touchy-feely. And that's exactly what he is. Cap, Sun, Taurus, Moon. Well, damn. We really do need to freaking meet, because you got a Taurus Moon. I got a Taurus Moon, too. Taurus Sun and Taurus Moon. I have Aquarius rising. And, usually compatibility is more by the moon, so how you doing? Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. How you doing? You are so stubborn, cat. He's like, I'm not leaving, Mom. You're gonna pet me. He's a stubborn little brat. But recap again, because I keep getting distracted. Like I said, more videos are coming. My video about my goddess, Hecate, I will... Now, sometimes I will say her name differently. It's... What up, boo? With shop date? Yes. Hecate, her name is pronounced different ways. The one incorrect way, which I was saying it that way for a bit, is Hecate, or... Not Hecate, that's the correct way. Hecate. They say it in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which I love that damn show. I'm pissed they canceled it. I loved that they showed her in there. Hecate is the wrong way to pronounce her name. The way her name is either pronounced is either Hecate, with a strong emphasis, as long as you're putting a strong emphasis on the middle syllable, so Hecate, or Hecata, I don't know, Hecata, Raven, what the fuck? Hecate is usually how it's pronounced too, or Hecate, which is usually sometimes how I pronounce it. Yeah, Hecate. I'll usually say interchangeably Hecate or Hecate or Hecate. I'll just use it interchangeably. But those are the main ways her name is pronounced. Her name, especially in the Hecate groups I'm in, oh my god, as they argue about how to pronounce her name, because it's mistranslation. Yes, Serena Hecate as well as way more powerful. Selena Hecate. Yes, it was. But anyway, some people were pissed off. I got into a debate with some witches that I'm in a couple groups on Facebook. They did not like, which I kind of understand the frustration, but I'm like, come on, it's a damn TV show. They were pissed off of how they represented Pan, how they represented Kuriki and Medea, or I don't think Medea it was Kuriki. They said Circe, it's Kuriki. Everything like that. They made the pagans evil in the show. I'm like, well, that's Hollywood. That's what they do. But they surprisingly, I was not upset with how they portrayed Hecate, except for the modern neo-pagan movement stuff that was in there, Maiden Mother Crone. That's not part of Hecate originally. That was not one of her aspects. That's a newer thing. I'm not saying you can't do that, but I'm saying that's not originally part of Hecate. She's triple formed, was living for Manbo and Auntie getting it on. Yes, me too. Lesbian action, yes. She's triple formed, not a triple goddess. Triple goddess is really modern and neo-pagan in things, not in actual historical context. And the whole crone thing, I'm going to make a whole actual proper video about this. I'm doing more research, getting my resources put together first. But crone, Hecate is not a crone. That was a new modern concept again, and that one was given to her by Aleister Crowley. which he's trashed, because Aleister Crowley, first he was giving reverence to Hecate, and then eventually in his works he was trashing her and calling her a crone because she didn't want to work with him. So she's not a crone. In ancient Greece, in ancient magic, they portrayed her as a young maiden, young woman. Now, as for some of my beliefs and everything like that, a lot of my beliefs are still similar to what I used to believe, such as the afterlife. I do believe in reincarnation. I do believe that when you die, you do go to the underworld, and like the one in Hellenismos, you do get judged by the three underworld judges. But I don't believe, especially like if you go to, what is it called? Because in Hellenismos, it's kind of a little tricky to exactly explain that, because Hellenismos is not a written down religion. It's word to word. So it varied based on different areas of Greece, of how they did things. They didn't have an ordained ministry set up. They didn't have like official things. It was very mouth to word, passed on mouth tradition. It wasn't written down, if that makes sense. It didn't have a centralized dogma. So my personal thing, I've always believed in reincarnation because I've seen some of my past lives in past life meditations, seen 2 of them. So I do believe in that. I do believe that you do get punished for a bit of time if you're an asshole, if you're a piece of shit human being, because it doesn't make sense they won't get punished. Manifest whoever she claims is a witch is definitely a personal gnosis. But I love the original story. That is true. She can manifest as other goddesses, but personal gnosis is important, but people should disclaim when they are having personal gnosis, if that makes any sense. Because, oh goddess, especially on the Witch Talk platform, people are making some really out-of-the-wall claims about Hecate without disclosing that what they're speaking is personal gnosis. Personal gnosis is just as important as historical context, but you need to separate the two. Yes, 100%. Shit, what the hell was I doing? What was I saying? Oh, underworld, and you can you reincarnate after a while, etc. Blah blah blah. I do believe in that, etc. That's my thing. I'm not too worried about death in the afterlife, so that's why I don't talk about it too much anymore. When I was first getting into witchcraft and following Wicca, I was obsessed with wanting to know what happens after death. Now I kind of just like, when I die, I die. What happens, happens. That's kind of my belief of it. I'm not sure. It's not a definitive answer. That makes sense. That's just how I roll with it. I'm like, I'm not worried about it. I do not follow the Rule of 3 anymore at all. That is a modern, pseudo, neo-pagan, love and light trash crap. If you follow it, that's fine, but I do not believe in the Rule of 3 at all anymore. I used to be very anti-hex, very anti-no, don't do that. Now I don't care. If it's deserved, it's deserved. There's balance in the world, balance in the universe, so and it's my belief when petitioning deities and spirits, if they're doing it, they're allowing it. My favorite thing I love about Hecate is she's always seems to be a big advocate to people who in society find weird and true lady, the in-between. Yes. Hecate is, in my opinion, this is not a historical thing, this is my gnosis. She's a true goddess of the weirdos, the outcasts, the fringe people of society. So I always see this as the big thing with Hecate. She seems to be on the rise, coming back more and more, and she's working more with LGBT members, people of color, goths, weirdos, freaks, because that's what she likes to work with, the weirdos. Even Zeus feared her power and gave her respect. Yes. Zeus was like, hey, here's some power. Here, take this. Very true. A fellow devotees of Hecate. I've met devotees. I've met her. Of her. Or I've met exactly. Um, and it's very amazing because when I first worked with Hecate, when I was like freaking 18 years old, that was 10 years ago. I didn't know too much about her. I just knew about the Wiccan and neo-pagan stuff that was out there because there wasn't a plethora of information that I could find about Hecate. But now, fuck, there's books galore. There's research being done galore. Like there are so many Hecate devotees and... Hi, what do you want? That guy's back, or whoever that is back again. But anyway, um, it's on the rise. There are several very good authors, books who I've read. Liberthonia by Jeff Cullen. A lot of books by Sarita de Est. I freaking love her books. Keeping Her Sacred Fire, what was it? Sacred Fires, Circle for Hecate, or Hecate, etc. Marry me. Can Hecate grant you a clean slate on your path so you can live a more honorable life? What do you mean by a clean slate? Grant you a clean slate on your past? What exactly do you mean by granting you a clean slate? You can do kind of like a rebirth thing. I do not believe in the threefold. I do believe in a form of karma, but the way that Western society defines karma is not correct. It's not how it works. I do believe that what you do, you will fucking, you will always answer for your crimes, for your atonements. But I do not believe in the threefold law. It does not make any logical sense whatsoever. As to example, why somebody who hexed their abuser or whatever, they would get punished 3 times for doing something to protect themselves. The threefold law, like I said, has no historical context in ancient practices of magic. It's really modern. Eventually, too, I'm going to be making a video dissecting Wicca all apart, like ripping it apart, because there's a lot of issues with Wicca, and it's why I left, etc., etc. But anyway, Hecate can grant or deny wishes. That's the only answer I have to that. She can give you something, or she cannot give you, or she can take something away. If that makes any sense. Now, working with Hecate, so many people have different experiences. They will always say that she's a very firm goddess. That is true to a point. She's also very motherly, very loving, and caring towards her children. But from my personal experience, this is not a historical thing, this is personal gnosis. She also is the kind of mother that, for me, she'll tell you not to do something, you do it. She's not going to hold you and cuddle you. She's going to say, I told you not to do it. Dumbass. That's how she is with me. If she specifically warns me not to do something, I do it anyway. She's like, told you. And she also... Some people who I've talked to about working with Hecate, they said that sometimes they don't feel her presence, or she's not there sometimes when they pray to her. From my personal experience and personal gnosis, she only showed me your motherly tender side at first. After a while, she showed me the fiercer side. Trust me, I've seen her fiercer side beyond hell. Really, I've seen it. She's punished me before. Like, right now, I'm trying to quit smoking. I'll talk about that story later, but quitting's fucking hard. I can go sometimes a few days without a cigarette, and then I go to work, stress the hell out, I need one. And it's hard to kick this shit. But anyway, because some people who come to me, they're like, well, hey, sometimes when I pray to her, she's not there, or I don't feel her presence. If Hecate feels that what you are praying for, the situation you're trying to deal with, if she feels you can do it, she knows you can do it, she will watch you do it. She will watch you. She'll sit on the sideline like, you can do this. You got this. I believe in you. So that's why that is sometimes, especially for me, because sometimes when I ask her for guidance or advice, she's like, you can do this. Or she's extremely, can be cryptic with me sometimes, if that makes sense. Like, she'll tell me something like, hey, do this. I might do, what? Gone. She's like, no, you know what I mean. She's not a distant deity. What I mean by that is she's also a wonder if she likes to go place to place. I feel like she never likes to stay in one place. No, she does not. She likes to travel a hell of a lot. She's like, no, bye. But the point is, with me, she has confidence in her children. If she chooses to work with you or she calls you, she knows you have strength and you have the power to do things that you need to do. She is there to help guide you through it, teach you things, but she's not a very super cuddly mother, if that makes any sense at all. She kind of like a mother bird. She like pushed the baby out of the nest. She's like, I know you can do it. Do it. But once you keep showing that you can do things, she will assist you, with my personal experience. What advice can I work on psychic to hear deities or spirits? That's a whole video I'll have to do separately. I do recommend a book called Psychic Witch by Matt Aron. I'm currently still reading it. In the book, he teaches how to work with energy, a lot of energy working to develop your intuition, your psychic abilities. The book is, I'm halfway through it, and it's very damn good. It's very detailed, very thorough of energy work, would be my advice. And intuition and psychic working is very different for everyone else, for everybody. It's finding what works for you, if that makes sense, because what technique or trick I do will not work for somebody else. It's also based on their predispositions. What I mean by that is like what they're already good at. For example, I am clairsentient / empathic, which I fucking hate it. Clairsentient / empathic. I am also clairaudient. I hate that too. Clairaudience means I can hear things others cannot hear. And I sometimes wish I did not have it. Clairsentience is just I have this clear, like, feeling. I can feel things that others can't. Physical things. I feel other people's physical pain. I feel other people's emotions. That's why I personally don't go out that much. I'm not a very social person because of this. But anyway, I will do another separate video on that, on developing your intuition, developing your psychic abilities. And why I say psychic abilities. For some reason, personally for me, the word psychic kind of conjures up weird things to me. I don't like the word too much. I just say intuitive. If that makes sense. Oh, goodness, I've been on here for almost an hour. Hey. But I'll make a video on that, trying to explain how to help develop intuition better. For me, spiritual things, I go back and forth sometimes. What I mean by this is sometimes I go through days where I'm spiritually lazy. I don't do anything witchcraft related for a few days. I am too exhausted. I do little things every morning. I put on my oils that I use, my empath oil, my protection oils. I requested 3 more hours minimum. 3 hours, you better pay me. Just kidding. I know, but I kind of miss interacting with everybody, and I know a lot of my followers have been messaging me, asking me when the hell am I coming back. Apparently people like talking to me. I picture myself as a bitch, mean person, very blunt, but a lot of people seem to say I'm very kind and hearted. Thank you. But yeah, more updates on my life. Hopefully soon I'll be having a car. I've been putting money away. I like talking to you too, Rowan. Putting money away towards a car. Every time I have money put away, something hiccups, something happens where I have to put money away, use money, etc. And the whole freaking pandemic thing made it freaking annoying to get your temps because when it first started, I went to go to the DMV, whatever it is, and I seen the lines and I walked out. I'm like, nope. Mm-mm. I'm gonna wait. No, thank you. Which, speaking of the pandemic, in Ohio, the mask mandate will be lifted in June 2nd. Which I'm like, I'm already not wearing my mask at work. That's it. We are allowed to. We are permitted to. If you have the second vaccine done for 2 weeks, after 2 weeks of your second vaccine, I've had both my vaccines done. So I just take extra precautions. I still socially distance from people at work. I ask them to please back up a bit. I do wash my hands consistently. If I'm around too many people, I will sanitize my hands, etc. Got my shot from another witch, so I was like, yes, sign, yes. What was I gonna say? Oh, Lord Goddess. I will go into a whole nother video about that. I made a video a long time ago about my stance on vaccines. I am pro-vaccine 100%. I remember when I made the video, I had a lot of people who were pissed off at me. That's cool. You don't have to agree with me, but I personally do 100% believe in vaccines. I believe in modern science and medical advances. As much as I am a witch, as much as I am into the occult and metaphysical things, I'm also into science and biology and stuff like that. Science and biology, blah, 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 medical stuff was like my best subject in school. I would always have A pluses in biology, so it's something that fascinated me a lot because I wanted to originally. I got the Johnson & Johnson. Oh God, are you okay? I heard that the Johnson & Johnson one was a little iffy. I got Moderna. The first shot, my arm was sore for like 2 days, and I had a little bit of nausea and fatigue. That was it. The second Moderna shot, I was out for an entire day. I didn't go to work. The second shot, my body was on fire. I felt fucking sick as shit for the whole. It was just one day though, for 24 hours, and then it went away, which is normal. I was having nausea. My body was on fire. I was having body aches, and my arm was killing me. After just going to sleep for almost the whole day, I woke up the next day feeling perfectly fine. Question: should a beginner witches and psychics? What's your opinion on celibacy and promiscuous as psychic? My opinion personally, there are some people who believe that sex and too many earthly things prohibit your psychic intuitive abilities. I don't believe in that at all. As a person who is, how do you put it, PG? I like to fool around, so that makes sense. I'm not afraid to say that. I do fuck around with people, especially, it's calmed down over this year, but before the pandemic, I was, your girl here, this bitch was a hoe. I was a hoody hoe. I'm not afraid to say it. If I find someone attractive, they find me attractive, we want to do shit, I do it. My personal opinion, it does not stop or block your energetic process. There are some people who will tell you that it's blocked you, it shuts off your intuition. It doesn't do anything like that, in my opinion. It also depends on their religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, etc. But my personally, sex, etc., being celibate doesn't make you more spiritual, it doesn't make you more intuitive, it doesn't change it at all. What does change that is taking care of your body. What I mean by that, which I shouldn't be smoking, but exercising, taking care of the physical body helps the spiritual and energetic body. Do pick up people's stuff. You do have, that is one thing too, doesn't block your intuitive side. You can pick up people's nasty ass energies, if that makes sense. Like when you have sex with people, you're inviting their energies into yours, which is why I always meet with the person first. If I don't vibe with that person, I don't like their energies, I'm not going to. if that makes sense. Every person that I've fooled around with, they're my friend now. I've kind of stopped being a total hoe bag. I have a select few people who I fool around with, and they're my friends, which there's nothing wrong with that. Their energies are not gross to me. There's been some people I've met, I'm like, nope, we're not doing this, get away from me. And aside from that thing, it's one of my annoying gifts, I would say, and a curse, because some people find this annoying. Every time I meet somebody, I can tell right off the bat if they're going to be a negative person or I'm going to get along with them immediately. I can just look at somebody, I'm like, no, I don't like their energy. Why I say it's annoying is some of my friends find that obnoxious when they introduce me to other friends. I'm like, I don't like this person. There's something wrong about them. Each time I say that, I'm correct. They were a very manipulative person or they're negative. Part of being clairsentient and empathic. But I don't believe that sex and stuff like that blocks your energy, but do be careful when you do engage in that with people, because sometimes they can have negative intentions. And especially for gay men, if you're using hookup apps like Grindr, be careful because there are fucking psychopaths out there, etc. But basically, I'm very pro live your life. I'm very pro get it, girl, because that's the one thing in our household, we do not slut shame, if that makes sense. We don't tell each other that's disgusting. We're like, yes, bitch, I want to hear your hoe stories. Yes. Especially with my friends, I never slut shame them. If they're being a hoe, I'm like, yes, I want to hear your story, because live your life. But at the same time, be careful. If that makes sense. Well, while it was supposed to be an update video, but it's pretty much turned into a Q&A. Yes. If they have a weird, cloudy, nasty energy, you will feel the nasty bleh for a while. That's why I'm very used to not be. Years ago, I used to be a ho for show. But now I'm a picky hoe, if that makes any sense. As I'm developing my spiritual practices and energetic practices, I'm very picky with who I do that with now. Like I said, I just have a few close people who I know very well. I've known them for a long time. Those are the ones I do things with. I see nothing wrong with it. Some people tell me that's disgusting that you're sleeping with friends. I'm like, I'd rather do that with friends I trust than strangers. Etc. Well, since pretty much, like I said, it was supposed to be an update video, but it turned into a Q&A for a little bit. Does anybody have any other questions? I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. Don't mind the fact that I did not draw my eyebrows on today. I did not feel like it. I used to have some fun times, but my spirits have blocked me a little, so I'm almost a virgin all over again. I was like that for almost an entire year. The entire pandemic, I kind of stopped too because of the pandemic. I'm like, not only is there a risk of catching an STD, but now there's a risk of catching COVID-19. So, no. That's always another thing too. I always promote when people are having fun. Please, for the love of the goddess, please be safe. Use condoms. Use condoms. Use common sense, please. Be safe. That's why I always make my videos not kid friendly, because I hope there is not younger viewers on here watching this. I always put a disclaimer that my videos are always 18 and up, because I don't want children to be my audience, if that makes any sense. I understand there are like younger witches, but I'm not kid friendly. I am not a kid friendly person. I'm very vulgar. I'm very expressive about my sexuality. I'm not afraid to say anything about shit, because why not? if that makes any sense. So I'm probably gonna stay on for like another 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna give it a break because I need to charge my phone, and I need to go shave, take a shower, blah blah blah, and start cooking dinner soon. I'm just so happy that today's my day off. But anyway, since I got distracted so much, like I said, my update, Hecate Witch, I'm non-binary. Running out of alcohol. I know that feeling. I haven't drunk in a while though, but I have been using green quite a bit, mostly edibles from friends. Because I don't prefer alcohol. I prefer green over alcohol because it doesn't make me sick after a while, and alcoholism runs in my family, so I personally don't drink too much for that reason. Alcohol is actually what killed my grandfather. He pretty much drank himself to death. So that's why I don't drink too much. Fucking shit. That shit was a mess. Opinion on the hexing the moon bullshit on TikTok. It's cool. You didn't know. It's cool. You live your life, boo. I don't mind a good drink every once in a while, a nice martini or Mike's Hard Lemonade every once in a while. The one thing I cannot drink is beer. I hate fucking beer. Especially when I go to drag shows, I'm fucking drunk every time I go to a drag show. I have fun. But the opinion on the hexing the moon bullshit on TikTok, I've talked about it before. The app is a mess. I did make a few videos on TikTok. I do have a TikTok channel, Eyes of a Witch, if you guys want to go to that. I don't make that many videos. Yet Mike's Hard Lemonade, yes, you got good taste. The hexing the moon bullshit, that was somebody playing a prank, and it exposed, in my opinion, it exposed a lot of fake ass witches. Yes, they do. They need to, for sure, they need to learn and fucking practice. That is correct. The hexing the moon bullshit was done as a prank. Someone was bullshitting and people took it literally. And you had so many witches. Oh my goddess, Selena or Diana and Hecate are in pain. The moon is hurt. And I'm like, right there, this is just exposing that a lot of you don't actually practice. You're just doing this for clout. Because I know for right now, witchcraft is becoming a trend. You can't hex the moon. You cannot hex a rock in space. You are a speck of dirt to a deity. So you cannot harm a freaking deity. And then you have the same thing with hexing the fae. I'm like, and that was also a prank, but I'm like, you can go ahead and try to hex the fae. We won't be seeing you any damn time soon. Because again, you are nothing but a speck of dirt to the fae. Which I will also be doing a video on that, the fae itself, because they're not the little pixie things that you see in Disney. They're quite frightening. And they're tricky to work with. Yes, exactly. Shake my head. Like, what the fuck? And like, recently, fucking shit, man. Every time I go into the app, there is some new fucking drama going on. They're always fighting. Like little children. Oh, I hexed this bitch because she got on my nerves. Like, they're going around proudly saying out loud that they're hexing people. I'm like, you don't speak about hexing. You're stupid for that. If you state any opinion on that app, you get ripped to shreds. People debate. It's like, just shut the fuck up. Just shut up and practice. Stir your own fucking culture. Except if you are cultural appropriating, then yes, you should be told off. Because not only that, on WitchTok, it's also shown a lot of racist witches on the app. There was 2 dramas that I was involved in. It didn't get big. It wasn't a big thing, but it was just something I got involved in. The first one, my very first video that I made, right after I commented on someone else's video because they were being disrespectful to a fucking deity. This person and their followers came onto my first intro video on there, were calling me sexist, they were calling me anti-Semitic, because I told her off and told this person a little girl. I'm like, you can say I'm sexist if you want to, but I'm not sexist. If you're a child, I'm going to call you a little girl, little boy. You're a child. You are not a priestess. And that's the other thing. This person was claiming to be a priestess already. I'm like, you're too young to be a priestess, in my opinion. And priestesses don't need to be disrespectful to deities. This person claims to also be a seer, but she swears up and down that the entity she was working with was Anubis. I'm like, it wasn't Anubis. I don't know what it was you were working with, but you were not working with Anubis. And then her little followers came after me on my channel, on my thing. Even 13-year-old children came after me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna say names, but that person can go fuck away and get the fuck off my page. And leave me the fuck alone. I don't have time to argue with little children. Because I had a little 13-year-old before too try to tell me that they know more about witchcraft than me, and I'm like, go home. You shouldn't even be on this app. You're not old enough. I don't have time to argue with children. The second thing I got involved with was this witch. Oh, thank you. And thank you for my hair. Never do baneful magic on another. Practitioners don't know what spirits and protections they have on their team. That is true. Except for the ones who... This is the other thing, too. They tell everybody all their protection they have. They'll tell them, I did this spell, that spell, that... They, like, lay it out on the line. That is another rule with witchcraft. You should never tell other practitioners all your layers of protection. That's putting yourself up for attack. But that is true. You shouldn't go after practitioners because you don't know what type of protection they have. Even though I had a few on there tried to hex me. Try to. Whatever. The second one, there was a chick on there who... Very fake witch, in my opinion, because they have to keep repeatedly saying that they are a real witch and that everybody else that doesn't agree with her is a fake witch. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's the only one who can talk to Hecate. She's the true priestess of Hecate. I'm like, bitch, what? My thing was that she was making a video claiming that Hecate only works with you if you have money. You have to have money. You have to give her precious jewels because she's a queen. I'm like, oh my... You clearly don't know anything about Hecate then. And then went on to my videos and was saying that I don't know shit because I was practicing magic during the day. I was using white for Hecate. I'm like, white is one of her colors. White is one of her colors for her epithet Sotira or Aurania. So clearly you don't know shit. She doesn't even know what epithets are, so. But she kept making video responses, blah, 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 threatened to have me lose my job, so you're gonna lose your job at whatever, you're pathetic because you work at Walmart. Good for you. I'm still there. Because it's always my personal belief, if you have to sit there and keep going around and telling people how powerful you are, oh, I'm going to hex you, you're weak. It's even in psychology, people who threaten people all the time, who try to display bouts of power, they are weak. So, shut up. Shut the fuck up. So that's my opinions on the hexing the moon bullshit. Oh, fucking Christ. There's even newer things on there. There was someone going around telling people don't do anything or don't charge your crystals under a lunar eclipse. I'm like, do you people even know the basics of astrology? So that's pretty. Witch Talk's a mess. It's a hot garbage mess. It's no talk, no witch. That's what no talk. That's what I call it. But anyway, mostly I do use the app. I just watch like funny astrology videos, cooking videos because I'm a Taurus and my fat ass loves food. And that's about it. As far as like the witchcraft part, most of the people I block in 2.5 just block because I'm not dealing with that shit. I have a few people on there who I absolutely adore and love, and I keep them on my FYP. There's a few who are nut jobs. They're don't know what they're preaching. They are spreading false information beyond hell. It's just, sorry about that. My allergies are acting up. I love my kitty cats, but I am starting to develop an allergy to cats. Whenever one of them lays close to me or lays on me, my allergies start going haywire, unfortunately. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Sag. Yes! Yes! Food is life, though. Food is fucking life. Like, almost every 10, 15 minutes, my friends always see me with a bag of chips or some kind of snack because I'm hungry. I like food. But anyway. So does anybody else have any more questions before I get off here for the day? Because I got some things I gotta finish before the end of the day. And I want to play my Switch. I want to play Animal Crossing. Yeah, I've been trying to go on a diet so many times. I go on a diet for about a month and I give up because I like food so damn much. Because I did lose weight. I lost about 15 to 20 pounds. I was down again to 168. I'm back up to 182 because I just didn't give a fuck anymore. And as the older I'm getting, I don't care too much about being a little plushy, which you really can't tell sometimes because I wear a lot of black. Makes me look thinner. Or I shave my entire body, my chest and everything like that, which also makes me look a little bit thinner, but it's pretty much that. So I need to shave, that's for sure. I look like a hot boo nest. So that's pretty much it, unless somebody has another question before I leave. Like, not pertaining to spirituality, most of the questions, like any questions about me, anything like that. Because I'm about to... Okay, so I'm going to get going because it was supposed to be an update video. Are you dating? I gone on a few dates, but I'm not. Yes, I've been planning to do that for like the longest time in the world. I was actually wanting to do a drag makeup thing, but I haven't done drag in a long time. I haven't done drag in almost a year. I will totally do a bit makeup thing. I've been wanting to do more eyeshadow, but I didn't want to wearing the damn mask and my glasses because they steam up and it's a waste of time. But I definitely will do that. I'll do like a get ready with me video, how I do my eyebrows and everything like that. I always draw my eyebrows every day except today, as you can see, they're just there. And as for dating, I'm not really actively looking for a partner. I've gone on a few dates recently, but it's just meh. I lose interest easily because people don't catch my attention very easily. How can you find witchy friends? That's the only way I can think of finding witchy friends is online, Facebook groups, etc. That's how I found mine. I found some here on YouTube. over the years. And with witchcraft on the rise, I've met quite a few more and more witchy people, or people who are open to witchcraft. But advice for finding witchy friends, just go on the internet, go to witchy groups, but be careful with that at the same time because there's some nut jobs. I'm blessed. I do have a group of friends who are witches. My 2 roommates are witches. They both follow very different paths than mine. My 2 other best friends are also witches. One of them does work with Hikati, so does my other roommates. So I'm personally blessed with that. Thank the gods. Etc. And for the dating question again, I would like to have a partner, but I'm not actively seeking one. If it happens, it happens. Because I've learned that if you go actively seeking, sometimes it just doesn't work the way it is. I personally would like to have it where it's just really random. That makes sense. And I recently, myself, I have a very hard time connecting with other people emotion-wise because of that little clairsentient thing where I can sense if I like them or not immediately. I'm like, go away. And I don't know if that's a Taurus thing or whatever, but I just generally don't trust people very easily. It takes a long time. And from experiences, I don't like to jump into relationships anymore. I like to develop a friendship with that person and know them for a very long time before I even consider dating. I have a couple dudes who I talk to regularly, thing up with. I had thoughts about maybe going on dates with them because they did ask me to be their partner, but I'm like, if that makes any sense. I'm a very complicated human being. The last person I dated, that was a freaking mess because I am polyamorous. So was he. He was polyamorous. He had a wife. He was bisexual. This was last year. I dated him for only a week. And then I seen the dark, nasty side of him I did not like at all. He turned out to be an abuser. His wife confessed to me that he hit her multiple times, dragged her out of a car while we were all drinking. I bounced. Have you dated a muggle? Yes. Multiple times, and each time it's boring. Every non-witchy person that I date, it doesn't work. It just doesn't, because I sound like a psychopath when I talk to them. They're like, what? And like I say, I left that fucking person in 2.5. I'm happy as hell. He's in prison, finally. Piece of shit. And his wife, ex-wife, it moved on and she left. I'm proud of her for that. Because, oh no. Mm-mm. And not only that too, he was a Trump supporter. He was a Republican. No. Some people can't stand when people say they won't date someone because of a political view. I will not date a Republican. I will not date a right-wing person. I'm not for that shit. I can't stand the Republican Party. I hate both parties. But I hate the Republican Party even worse. And I hate Trump. Fuck Trump. Bleh. But that's pretty much it on that. And I haven't been in a relationship since then. It's mostly because of my high standards in my head that I don't date. Because I prefer that they be a witch or least spiritually open, because I can't stand, personally, I can't date a mundane person. It's boring. Or unless they have to at least be open to it. What I mean by that is not get annoyed when I talk about witchcraft. I've had people who I went on dates with got irritated because all I talked about. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a witch. That's who I am. And I also will not date somebody who asks me to tone down my femininity or my gothness or my creepiness. Fuck you, no. I wear nails. I'm feminine sometimes, and if a dude doesn't like that, there's the door. Hold on. Ooh, you still what? Still alive? Huh? I just ran to the store for the smokes. Yeah, I'm still on. Because every time I say I'm gonna go, I get distracted. But for real though, I'm gonna get going though, because like I said, I have to start cooking dinner. I have to go run a couple errands for the rest of the day. I did do. Raven, what the fuck? I did enjoy this chat. It's got me really excited. Yes, exactly. That's all I ever talk about is the occult, astrology, crystals, magic. My goddess Hecate, she's like everything to me. And some dudes who I go on a date with get annoyed with that. I'm like, dude, I tell you right off the bat that I'm a witch. Or there are some dudes who say it's cool, but then when I talk to them more, they get creeped out by the fact that I'm a witch. They'll see my altar, they're like, no, I gotta go. I'm glad you did. Thank you for joining. I seem to enjoy, me personally. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I personally enjoy the live better because I can actually interact with people and it's a lot easier. It uploads quicker, if that makes sense, because sometimes when I try to upload videos regularly, it gives me problems. I'm not a technology person. I'm like a fucking dinosaur when it comes to technology. I'm only 28. But no. I'm not going to Denny's. No, fuck that. I'll burn a bitch down. I hate Denny's. Because I quit that bitch. But like I said, I'm going to get going though. I did enjoy this chat, and thank you everyone who joins. Thank you for your fierceness, spirituality, and glamour. They ain't worth it. Thank you. Exactly. If they can't take my fierceness, my glamour, and the beauty that I am, they can fuck off. But like I did enjoy this. Thank you so much for everyone who was in here. Thank you for all my followers who do follow me, even though I'm not here a lot. I thank you very much. So until next time, merry part and blessed be. If it will stop. See, this is what I mean. I don't know how to do